This is Karen Palazak, founder of Quiet Mountain Wellness and author of the book, It's Time for a U-Turn: How Self-Honoring Choices Take You from Stressed and Exhausted to Peaceful and Energized. Now, before I start reading the book, I'll just give you the synopsis of the book that's found on the back cover, so you can decide for yourself if you'd enjoy staying with me as I read. What is It's Time for a U-Turn about? It's a place where you can create your path to a peaceful, energetic mind, body, and life. The manic pace of life can cause us to lose our center and the vision for our lives. We try to keep up, often sacrificing a healthy balance. In doing so, the connection with our true power and innate abundant resources in both mind and body seems further and further away. The harder we try, the more stressed, exhausted, and disconnected we feel toward ourselves and others, often wondering how we will ever keep up. It's Time for a U-Turn teaches you how to awaken your own abundant resources in each of these areas by the power of the self-honoring choice. 1. The 4 levels of nourishment. 2. Stretching and challenge. 3. Emptiness, cleanliness, and organization. 4. Stillness and connection. And 5. Deep healing and wholeness. This simple, conscious, self-honoring choice made over and over reunites you with a deep sense of peace and energy. You can move beyond stress and exhaustion. It's time for a U-turn. If this content sounds of interest to you, then I would invite you to stay with me as I read today, just very simply, the introduction to the book and the first chapter. Introduction. If you were interested enough to pick up this book, it means we have something in common. You too have experienced stress, challenge, and exhaustion in your body, mind, and life. Perhaps you are at the point where you are ready to do something about it once and for all. Doesn't it feel like there has to be more to life than constant worry, hurry, stress about a to-do list or feeling overwhelmed by daily life? Can I get an amen? For many years, I have been on my own little fantastic journey to figuring out how I can live my life on my own terms. I've tried many things to figure out how I can create sustainable happiness, peace, vitality, health, and joy, despite the challenges that life throws my way. Let me start by saying that the content to follow comes from many sources, from my experiences as a wife, mother, and entrepreneur, seeker, and from my formal education. A great deal also comes from being blessed with incredible teachers whose wisdom and experience engendered the ripening of my practice and study of yoga, meditation, Ayurveda, psychology, and philosophy. I also give due credit to the teacher within, the one always encouraging me to create a path that leads me back to self-honor, peace, healing, and enlightenment. What you read, or in this case, what you hear, may seem new to you. Hopefully, at least some of what you hear may sound familiar. It's been my experience that we need to hear things many times, in many ways, before their true meaning can become a real working part of who we are. I've come to realize that a large portion of elevating your thoughts and habits comes from learning to make small, consistent, self-honoring choices. It is a way in, an access road to come back to yourself and to the great and infinite resources of the body you live in. Self-honoring choices go beyond thinking and are about taking the most honorable action in a moment in time. We may feel some skepticism around their actionable power, yet they have the power to give us true freedom in our lives by reconnecting and aligning us with the most powerful part of who we are. They propel us within so we can live into our fullness, our own unique sense of authenticity and flow. This is where peace, energy, and fulfillment are found. Albert Einstein once said, "Nothing happens until something moves." Let's agree that as long as we are alive, something is moving. Life happens in the flow of movement, whether it is gross movement of the whole body or subtle movement of breath or our pulse. We are moving because movement is life. What often gets stuck are our thoughts through fearful or doubtful beliefs and routine thinking patterns. When our minds get stuck, we go against the current of life, trying to slow it down in an effort to stop something from going forward. Whether it is anxiety about learning a new skill, not wanting to grow older, or not wanting a relationship or situation to end, when we fight change, we usually end up frustrated. We rarely win. If we can begin to see that change, like life, is also movement, then we can begin to understand that to resist change is to resist life. Life and change cannot be separated. They are synonymous. It is up to us whether we use this change for our own betterment or decline. If we cannot find the willingness to surrender to this truth, we will continue to feel that life is not on our side and remain buried in the stuckness of our minds. We think and think about many things, but until we muster the courage to act, there can be no hope of progress. Being able to fully experience your own resourceful body, the one born out of the actions of self-honoring choices, is ultimately what this book is about. My goal is to help freshen your perspective and embolden your willingness to act so you too can reframe frustration and exhaustion once and for all and actually live each day with confidence, peace, and sustainable energy. Essentially, thriving. We all struggle from time to time with our bodies, their needs and idiosyncrasies, and perhaps feel frustrated when they are not keeping up. We feel betrayed or let down. To all of you who get what I'm saying here, I offer you a way of engaging in relationship with your body, empowering you to be able to partner with it in the ways that matter most. The ways that will help you feel fortunate and excited about the time you get to live in it. My ultimate goal is simply to share with you my own experiences and light bulb moments, and perhaps offer some fresh ways of seeing and choosing for your life to help you thoroughly understand how to create your own unique and indestructible foundation by consciously choosing with self-honor. My intention is to guide you in building your skill set deeply enough to become independent on this journey to loving yourself and your life. You will eventually cultivate the skill to chart a course to the vision for what you long for in your life, filling it with what makes you feel you are living into your truest, fullest, most peaceful, energetic self. I have been on this journey for many years, and it continues to unfold for me in amazing ways. To be truly successful, you must accept this process cannot be rushed and is built a moment at a time. Yet I've come to realize this is one of the exact reasons my journey has been so incredible. I have been able to enjoy each step on my path to becoming. I can look back 5 minutes ago to a month, a year, or a decade ago and see progress I have made through my own set of self-honoring choices, each one taken in its own moment in time. I have watched myself evolve, noticing how I have systematically developed my ability to ask myself new and better quality questions that yield new and better quality answers. We can learn to ask questions like, what would happen if today I chose differently? Or, what do I really need right now? By doing so, we interrupt the feedback loop of old stressful thoughts and routines and open the door to the capacity to make positive, self-honoring choices. We only grow when we create the ability to ask better questions and take just a few more steps up our mountains to see a new view. From here, more powerful choices and eventually habits arise naturally. All those hundreds of little glass ceilings still above your head are not long for this world when you take a committed step into investing in yourself and choose to lovingly walk forward hand in hand with honor consciousness. We have to let go of heaviness and seriousness, the energy that often looms over us when we desire change, and adopt instead the energy of honor, joyful curiosity, and experimentation. These bring new qualities to life, like expansiveness, elegance, and being fully present in your life so you can deeply receive and enjoy it all. When we learn what our bodies love from a place of honor and how to partner with them in loving, conscious ways, we systematically access the best gift we can ever give ourselves: mind and body working together as an honorable, resourceful team. For your benefit, I have created a contemplation statement that begins and ends each chapter. Essentially, these statements offer a focal point on the material and may offer another level of absorption and understanding. Some of the statements may nudge you into a deeper, more meditative mindset, or even speak to your heart. This is one more way to create an access point for this information to land in a meaningful way, and may even offer a stretch to your normal way of thinking. You may also find these statements helpful after you've read the book as a place to go to for direction and inspiration. I encourage you as you read each chapter to pause on the contemplation statements before going on to the next chapter. A minute or two will help you draw in the full meaning of a content as well as what it means to you. In these moments, you may awaken something new. This is the path of the U-turn, the path to reclaiming hope and faith, determination, optimism, and support. Even if it feels awkward or uncomfortable, this is the path of evolution. Go with it. It's your turn. Chapter 1, Living Outside of Self. And the contemplation statement for this chapter is this: in every moment, turn within. And you can pause the recording now if you like, and you can spend a few moments in that statement. In every moment, turn within. Okay, living outside of self. For a moment, just imagine how great it would be to wake up feeling fully confident that you could handle whatever was coming your way. You would feel so calm and confident in your body and life that you would not experience the urge to hide, protect yourself from the unknown, fear the clock, or anything else. You could willingly embrace the necessity to be vulnerable, the request that each day asks of us in order to grow, knowing that when you do, amazing things can happen. Imagine how it would feel to know you have control over the release of resources in your own body, that your self-honoring beliefs and choices would unlock these resources that continue to provide you with energy and peace. Imagine as well how it would feel to get up each morning and have the prevailing feeling of energy, lightness, positivity, and peace, knowing that you can move forward with a powerful sense of fullness and joy. This would become your resource of sustainable, positive energy for the day, which you could gratefully plan to use well. Yet that is not the way most of us feel each morning. It may feel more like time is in charge of our lives, rather than us feeling in charge of our lives. To describe our world in one word, it is fast. Just as the world is moving faster and faster, we must also move faster and faster. There seems to be no reprieve, and the only thing that we can count on is that we have to find a way to keep up, because there is only, more to know and more to do. And let's not forget the constant media and news driving us to distraction and hijacking our peace. Every day, it seems there is much to be anxious about, and in ever greater ways, our list of responsibilities continues to grow. The fact is, we are not, as humans, evolving as fast as our technology, and it is getting harder to keep up. Sometimes we feel like giving up. Much of this perpetual motion causes anxiety in our minds and our bodies. We fight the clock every day and rarely win. I love the way Deepak Chopra characterizes this feeling. He calls it time sickness. We get caught up in the externals of life, haunted by the past and fearful or doubtful of the future. Our minds are directed away from this moment, now. And by ruminating, we spin our wheels, missing our chance to take action. We are experiencing body-related health crises through physical diseases and mind-related difficulties through many levels of depression and mental illness. Our bodies are talking to us all the time, yet our will to keep up is squelching that wiser inner voice from being heard. The conflict we experience incarnates as an inability to keep up in our lives and make sense of it all. At some point, what we may find shrinking is our peace, energy, deeper meaning, and joy. Meanwhile, fear and doubt continue to bloom. So where does all our conflict come from? The sources that drive us away from our calm, clear center. It originates from several sources, including our unresolved stresses, our belief systems, our perspectives, our experiences, as well as ancestral beliefs passed on with or without our conscious knowledge. Unresolved conflicts are one thing and one thing only: diminishing. However, as we learn to expand out of our old mental and behavioral ruts, we can build a new skill set and learn to reframe and resolve our conflicts, and in time, grow resilience that continues to build uplifting momentum as we walk the path of self-honor. What is often a bitter pill to swallow is the truth. All situations are technically neutral. It is only through the projection of our beliefs and emotions that they are given unique meaning. Essentially, we create the conflict within ourselves. We each see things so uniquely. This can often present problems in people coming to agreement, though in some cases it can be used to a purposeful advantage. An example of this is law enforcement asking for many witnesses to give accounts of crimes because we all see things a little bit differently. We can learn a great deal about ourselves as we begin to explore our current belief systems. That is why it is indeed our life's task to develop the skill to choose honorably to self and with such consistency that we cultivate our ability to take life in fully, no matter what it gives us. Our happiness depends on it. It is through this noble alignment and refinement, that is the U-turn, that we awaken the vision to recognize, receive, and respond to the gifts embedded in all the moments of our lives. Pandit Rashmani Tikunayat has authored many books on spirituality and is the spiritual head of the Himalayan Institute. In his book, The Practice of the Yoga Sutra Sadhanapada, he shares this, quote, "There is no higher achievement than discovering our pure self, and no greater loss than dying without knowing who we are. When we discover our pure self, we become aware of life's purpose. This fills us with newfound vigor, vitality, enthusiasm." End quote. Knowing this, it becomes our joy, not our burden, to walk the path of unraveling the misapprehensions we all carry that block our ability to know and access that excellence within. What a true regret it would be to live life without ever knowing the greatness or capacity that lives within you. Your greatness is not hidden in some faraway place, nor do you have to search for it outside of yourself. Self-honoring choices create a path to upgrading your life as a whole and reconnecting you to that excellence, helping you reveal, know, and enjoy the buried treasure within. And one last time, we'll review our contemplation statement. It is this: in every moment, turn within. And I'll be with you again soon to continue reading the book, It's Time for a U-Turn: How Self-Honoring Choices Take You from Stressed and Exhausted to Peaceful and Energized. I want to thank you for being with me today. And if you are interested in learning more about this book or about any of the products from Quiet Mountain Wellness, check the link in description. Have a beautiful day.